Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. Well, the time has come, and let's be honest, it's not like no one saw this coming. As the title suggests, Sam McCall dies on General Hospital. So many emotions going through my head. And maybe, just maybe, I may do a video, a separate video, since they're talking about my feelings on the character's death. But yeah, unless you've been living under a rock, we all saw this coming. It was only a matter of time of when. As always, we're going to be simply talking about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, and Young, and the Restless. As you are coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does help. Let's do a roll call. It's already started. Roddy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Amber's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Amy is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Cherry Ice Cream's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Animal Love is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Black Ma, aka Mr. GQ, is in the chat. How you doing tonight? ZK is in the chat. What's good? Danny R is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Animal is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Jacqueline's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Kristen is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ronnie Ron is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ronnie Ron, aka my Jester. Johan is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Sierra's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Francis is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Okay. Now, let me turn on my music. Pour myself a drink. This tab. Spencer is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Well, thank you for watching, Blackmon. You know I have to sit there and talk about my boy and the beautiful Blackmon, and I appreciate you watching. So thank you. And you know, it's interesting. Well, people been asking about you. Ryan's been asking about you. Tony D's in the chat. How you doing tonight? I'm doing fantastic, Blackmon, because I was off. And even though I woke up too late to sit there and see the movie I want to see, there's always hope for tomorrow. But other than that, I'm doing well. Just thank you for asking. Yeah, Sierra's going to be a big, giant mess. Spencer says, I guess Helena is getting exactly what she wanted for Sam to die. She was wishing for that for a while. What is in the chat? How are you doing tonight? Danny says Albert B&B and GH are good today. Yep. Tommy Smith is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Jonathan is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Autumn is in the chat. How you doing tonight? You know, Johnson says, well, it happened. Well, it did happen, Jonathan. It's not so much well it happened. It's more like, well, what took them so long? Now, Autumn says, hey, Albert, we all know Michael slept with Sasha to get his lick back. I know he's angry. What Drew and Willow did was completely wrong, but two wrongs don't make it right. No, it doesn't, but it makes it even, though. Makes it even, baby. It makes it even. Lady says, I got good news. I just moved into my new house. Congratulations. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, thank you, Animal. I probably didn't need to know that, but I'm trying to keep away from the spoilers. But it's good to see you, though. And yes, Tony D, I agree with you. And Ron, I will get to you. Okay, let me just sit there and say this right off the bat. Because I already see we got 29 people in this chat, and there is only one of me. So you know what I'm going to sit there and say next. You know what I'm about to say next. Oh Lord, okay. All right. I'm gonna get to your comment in a second, Spencer, because I already see we're already about to wild out. Johnson says sleeping with someone else is worse than a kiss. Maybe, but even is even and even is Steven, in my personal opinion. Well, you know, like I said, She did that to herself. Yes, Johan, that is one. Okay, Danny, I'll get to your question in 1 second. Do you put ice in it? No. Hmm. It's already in the refrigerator, so it's cold enough. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, Johan, it's already chilled in the refrigerator. Now, Spencer says, "Damn you, Frank Valentine, Bassel Sam. Death was so stupid it made no sense. It makes people that are going to donate a liver in real life scared to do so. That's because of the storyline." Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot. Thank you, Freddie. I appreciate that. And Toya, how you doing tonight? It's good to see you again. Then he says, Albert, I wonder if Kelly is going to reveal the secrets about what happened. I hope so too, Danny. That is the $1 million question. Trust me, Danny. I was like, exactly. See, I was like, oh, okay, that was a lot. Ron says, I don't feel sorry for those two losers, Kat and Mark. I hope that Aaron and Felicity doesn't visit them in prison. Okay. I mean, yes. It has been a while. It has. It has, Toya. It's good to see you. Tony D says, oh, you have buck wine. Oh, okay. I definitely will. I hope they actually have that in my wine store. I hope they actually have that in my wine store, Tony D. Like I said, damn, it's good to see you again. Now, Animal says emotional affair is different from an actual affair. Problem is, I mean, maybe you're talking to somebody else. The problem is they're both the same in my eyes. Like cheating is cheating. You have two flying fucks. Willow, you just as bad as Michael. What Michael did. So honestly, tell you the truth, I don't give a damn about your tears. Francis says Alexa's going to blame Lucas for Sam. How could he even be allowed to do surgery being related? Well, Francis, I know that she's going to sit there. You know, the problem is, Francis, she's going to sit there and drag Lucas, and guess who's going to sit there and drag Alexis? Take a wild guess. Yeah, exactly, Spencer. Cheating is cheating. Is definitely cheating. Emotional or not, Michael is not no better. Well, the problem is, Spencer, what happened yesterday was so flat. You find out your wife kissed your uncle, and the only thing you sit there and do is just walk away? Are you kidding me? Bro, maybe that's the reason why your wife cheated on you in the first place. Your wife wants to sit there and marry a man, not you know, what do they call them? Hmm. Your wife wants to marry a man, not this. I thought so too, Sierra. I thought so too. I sat there, it was like it was so flat and underwhelming. Tommy says, why is Kyle so ungrateful? Because he's privileged. He grew up with money. And anyone that grows up with money like that is most likely going to be like that. So, well, maybe she will be, Francis. Maybe she will be. I mean, that'd be a twist, all right. Ariana, it is so good to sit there and see you, my love. How are you doing tonight? LaShawn says they should have shown what I'm like Stefano from Days. I just pop up. Spencer says, like I told you yesterday, bro, I don't care about his Navy SEAL skills. Jason Morgan. Well, yeah, we can definitely agree to disagree on that. I respectfully agree to disagree on that, but I respect your opinion, though, Spencer. Thank you. Now, Johnson says, question for the chat: who will Brady end up with, Kristen or Ava? That is the question for the whole chat. I personally would sit there and say, um, Kristen, because Kristen's ride or die. Aaron says, I'm good. How are you? I'm actually pretty good. I had the day off, so I cannot complain. And it was a good day. So thank you for asking, Ariana. It is really lovely to see you though tonight. It's good to see you again. I know you're always busy and stuff like that, saving lives and just being a hero. Um, Autumn says Willow needs to stop listening to Drew and tell Michael everything. She says she loves him and wants him to get past everything, but yet she's still keeping quiet about the other kids. Exactly. And my whole other thing, I'm like, yo, listen, you want to sit there and talk, you want to sit there and blame Sasha for, telling Cody, but it wouldn't have mattered. You're the one that sat there and kissed another man. So why don't you sit there and put on your big girl pants, woman the fuck up, and actually sit there and tell them the truth? Woman up, put on your big girl pants. You sit there blaming Sasha, you sit there blaming Cody. You want to sit there and start talking about what's good, Sean? The end of Sam. Hope some good stories come from it. Me too, Sean. You want to sit there and blame everybody else? How about we sit there and start with you? Gorgeous Queen Janet, what's good, love? Animal says, Albert, if Alexis blamed Lucas, but she will eventually realize. I mean, obviously, yes, Animal, that is the course of the show. But, she's going to be all her emotions and everything like that. And it's like, Janet says, no words. Surprised she went off today. I mean, I am, but at the same, well, really, are you? Well, I mean, Jen, you knew she was going off sometime this week, though. Well, I appreciate that, Ariana. I miss seeing you in these chats. Seriously, I do. You're a part of my team. You're a part of my inner circle. So I always am very grateful for having you. Spencer says, our update for you. I got a buddy of mine that went to Greenland. He asked about Kelly Monaco's to Steve. He said he would love to answer, but he can't. Or he said was she will be missed, or he will miss working with Kelly. Yeah. So thank you for letting me know, Spencer. And that makes sense. The thing is, Tommy, Victor, I mean, yeah, obviously Victor's kind of a scumbag. Thank you, Black Man. See, Black Man, all I gotta sit there and do is this. That's all I gotta do. And you already know. You already know. You know. Tommy says Victor acts like a baby. He acts like an entitled man, and I'm trying not to really offend people, but you know I'm going with this, Tommy. Summoning people, making sure Audrey can't sit there and get any work or whatever. Like, oh, Ron, I didn't give a shit. That was my thoughts. I did not care. I actually sat there and suffered. Every time I saw Sophia and Kate, I suffered through it. That's my thoughts on it. I suffered through it. What's good, Sean? I hope Dex comforts Molly. And by comfort, you mean cheat on what you call it, right? Johnson says, did you hear that more people have been casted for Beyond the Gates? No, I didn't. No. It would have been nice to actually hear about it, but no. Letitia was good. What is good, Letitia? It's good to see you. Kristen said Christine and Molly couldn't be bothered to come to the hospital. Ooh, very good. Oh, and it will be on channel 2 or CBS. So yeah, wherever CBS is for you, that's where it will be. Spencer says, can you explain why Drew has animosity towards Jason? Yeah, it actually that's another thing that doesn't really seem like it makes a lot of sense. Tanya, what's good, Tanya? I heard that Days of Our Lives Former head writer Ron has joined Beyond the Gates. Ooh, as team breakdown writer. Okay. That is actually interesting. See, I know Ron Calvari and his writing, so I was like, that's going to be interesting. Tommy, the problem, let me tell you the problem with Lily is that she tries to act like she's the smartest person in the room. And her level of confidence is almost, it's really annoying. Like, she really thinks that she's just going to get control of the company. Like, Victor's not going to do anything to sit there and try to screw Lily over. Like, even if she does get control of this company, you think that that's going to stop Victor from giving another goddamn present to his wife? This is where we are now, Tommy. So yeah, when Audra got her meeting canceled, another meeting, she's sitting there blaming Tucker, and in reality, I'm like, Francis, is she? Well, Francis, where do you get entitled? See, I get that she tries to act like she's the smartest person in the room, and she's not. And she has this level of confidence that is just beyond me. She's wasting all her time since they're trying to get back a company when she can sit there and easily work with her family. Well, why don't you tell me why you think that she's entitled, though? Very curious. Exactly, Tommy. LaShawn says Lula Spencer is going to be waking up soon from the surgery. Ron says, "Oh, why don't Braid just be with both? Because that's not his style, Ron. He's not going to sit there and be with two women at the same time. Yeah, I don't understand, Ron. You're watching the show longer than me. Like, that's something I should be asking you, not the other way around." Johnson says Mike Manning as Charlie from Days have been cast as queer character on Beyond the Gates. Okay. Frances is agrees she does act like that too, but feels she is entitled to run chance even though not family. Okay. I mean, that's true, Spencer. That's true. That's true. It's just, Spencer, the thing is, Ron has this thing where it's like he wants to, and I'm serious, Spencer, he wants to have his cake and eat it too. Those are his words. Jay Blue, hey, I was debating whether to wait to come here before watching GAs today, but I'll do both. I give kudos to Drew not giving in to Ned and Tracy. Exactly, but throwing Willow under the bus. See? See, Spencer? This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, Spencer. Read that comment. Thank you, Tony D. Lily's a fool and fell for Victor. Neil worked for Victor but didn't trust him. Janice says, I bet you play, you play. Well, Janet, I gotta sit there and keep it real. I always keep it real. If I'm out there sober or tipsy, I'm keeping it real. Gemini was good. If you watch General Hospital, what are your thoughts today? What are your thoughts? Autumn says, Hope and Carter are gonna lose their jobs when Steffi walks in and finds. Yo, that was hilarious. Yes, Gemini. Lily is an idiot. Autumn, let me tell you something. That was hilarious. Okay. This stupid bobblehead, thank you, Black Man. This stupid bobblehead decided to, instead of work on her line, she decided to sit there and start playing dress up for Carter. Didn't bother to lock the door. Clumsy as falls on. Ron says about how was your so-called rest night trying to cover up when Keisha Moore being over your house? Oh my God. Yo, what's good, Queen of the South? How is the lovely Queen doing tonight? And what's good, Donna? Yo, y'all should sit there and yes, Kristen, Willow is shameless and a lot of other things. Y'all should read Ron's comment. I'm gonna highlight that shit in a minute. Kristen says, I hate to admit it, but the fact that they are trying to shift the blame to Drew is annoying. Yeah, but thank you, Kristen. Thank you. Let me. Johnson says, "What do you think Steffi will do next?" Probably try to fire Hope. I think that's probably the next step that she's going to do. Not logical, but more emotional. I want everyone to sit there and read this shit for a hot minute. What's good, Caroline? But yes, I think that's something that she would probably sit there and do. Is sit, remember, she's been going off of emotion for a hot minute. So this firing isn't even so much logical; it's just more emotional. What's good, Caroline? But Jonathan, if you saw it, tell me you didn't laugh your ass off when you saw that scene. Of course, Caroline. Chances are I like how everyone calls Finn Steffi's husband. Yeah, not like he's more property than anything else. Um, Francis is about I think Finn would defend Hope. He should. I mean, he didn't actually do anything. He just has somebody fall on him. And Johnson says actually did. Okay. It was so Jonathan, here's the thing. I saw I saw this coming a mile away. The minute that Finn walked into that office, I was like, okay, I know exactly what's going on happening. I know exactly what's going on happening. And it played out the exact same way. Spencer says, Albert, who do you think is going to be raising Danny and Scout? Dante, Quartermain, Dirty, Drew, or the Davis girls? I was sit there and say Dante. Spencer, I was sit there and say Dante. My money's on Dante. What's good, LaShanta? Patty Patty. You know I don't like Sam. I want her to go, but that was hard to watch today. That shit made me sad. Yeah, it was a lot. I'll sit there and say it was a lot. It was. Caroline, I'm with it. And I think that's why they did that, Caroline. I was good, Samuel, was good, Big Samuel. Um, I'm with it. That's why they broke those two up. That's why they broke them up. Um, that's why they broke them up. That's why they had this whole their cousins and everything. But Cody's been acting like a goddamn jackass though. What's good, Eagle fan? Yep, I know. One says you're right, Albert. Hope should definitely be putting all her energy into saving her life instead of Chase and Thomas, Finn and Carter should put all her and exactly. If she does that, then she doesn't have to sit there and worry about stuff reason that they're trying to take her goddamn life. That's my whole thing. You want to sit there and talk about how Stephanie's always targeting you. Maybe you should get your ass to work then. Like seriously, get your goddamn ass to work, and then she won't have any ammunition against you. Singer says I haven't watched series, but I don't think they need to kill off the character of Sam. They could have recasted the role. Could have. Thank you, Cherry Ice Cream. Make sure you hit the like button because it really does actually help. We got 48 people, and I'm about to sit there and check the like status right now. Thank you, Cherry. I appreciate you. Spencer says, don't get me wrong, Albert. There are some questionable things that Sam has done, like sleeping around with Rick just to get back at Jason, I guess, and the whole kidnapping Jake and the park not good. Let me tell you something. After I read this, oh, nice. On ABC time is unknown. Well, was Good Medics? It's going to be on CBS, but all right, that's cool. Let me tell you something about Sam's character. Oh, Jonathan, what'd you think of it? Thank you. What'd you thought of it, Jonathan? I'll talk about that for a little bit too. Um, Towards the end, I know, Black. He's practically sitting there dancing on this chick's grave at this point. Um, you know, the thing is, thank you, Jonathan. Um, what's good, Kevin? The thing is, Jonathan, don't feed the trolls. At the end of the day, don't feed the trolls because it's not worth it. It does you more good. It does you more harm than good. I don't know the actor too much, but I'm like, he doesn't owe anyone any explanations. Sean said it's funny how Jagger and Sam shared a scene months ago, and then they were both gone. Yeah, I guess so. Let me tell you something about Sam's character. Towards the end of her run, her character became unrecognizable. Now, people have sat there and said that um, her character has become unrecognizable for a while. Hell, I think even Kelly Monaco has sat there and said that I don't even know who this character I'm supposed to be sitting there playing. So, listen, as far as the actress, no, I'm not happy that she lost her job. I wouldn't be happy for anyone that lost their job. But I'm not broken up about it though either. I'm kind of just like, as far as the character being grown, I'm just like, eh. Uh, Kevin says I heard recast Quinn. Do you think Kelly Monaco? Nope. Nope, Kevin. I do not think that Kelly Monaco is going to go on the Bold and the Beautiful. That's pretty much like let me tell you something, Kevin. Going on the Bold and the Beautiful is kind of like going on a soap opera where dreams die for actors. Wink, wink. The Sam that died pales in comparison to the 2014 Sam that was slapping Carly and pulling shotguns on people. Welcome back to the fold, Wink. Autumn says ever since Sam got with Patrick Drake, she's been annoying as F. Her character just wasn't the same anymore. That's true. And yes, that's true, Jonathan. Days is probably the best Kelly Monaco. I mean, Days is probably Kelly Monaco's best option. I do agree with that. Sean says I was Sunny outlived Sam. Ain't that the truth, though? You know, Eagle, I feel bad for the kids. Kevin says, I love Kelly Monaco to go on YNR. Okay. Blackmon says, I heard they might bring Quinn back to Ball and Beautiful since the jewelry line. Hmm. Now, Jilly D said, does Cyrus have anything to do with Sam's death? Hmm. I've heard rumors about that, Jillian. Dominic says, I agree with Days being Kelly Monaco's best option. I could see her as. Don't, Dominics. We still on for tomorrow? That's what I want to know. We still on for tomorrow, right, Dominics? Could you email me your email address again, Dominics? I'm very excited for tomorrow. Well, we are still on for tomorrow, though, right, Dominics? Ron says, I would tell the chat room one good effing reason why why should Aaron and Felicity should show compassion because that's their mother. They did it for their mother. Like what? What are you talking about? Domex, did you get my question though? Johnson says Albert. Jay Blue says Albert. Just like Austin Gatlin, John Kate murder goes unsolved. You mean if Okay, good, Alex. So just make sure that you email me again your email address. This way, when tomorrow when I send out the emails, I could just have that just ready to go. It'll be a lot of fun, Alex. I was thinking about that today too. I'm pretty sure I probably talked about it in a couple of other um videos and stuff. Patty says when they were trying to revive Sam, said it was an embolism, which is what that means. It's a pulmonary embolism, and it can happen after surgery. Yeah, that's Now Caroline. It was good, Lisa. Caroline says Heather Swampton Sharon. That'll be justice right there, Sean. Caroline said, "Did you feel Sasha betrayed Willow?" Yes, but in reality, Caroline, this is still Willow's fault. Regardless if Sasha betrayed Willow, Willow's the one that betrayed her marriage. Willow's the one that sat there and wrecked her home. Okay? Okay, thank you, Dominic. I appreciate that. Oh, cool, I got it. Nice. At the end of the day, no matter if it was Sasha, if it was Drew that was going to sit there and tell um, Michael first, she's the one that sat there and betrayed her marriage. She's the one that sat there and put this whole thing in motion. She's the one that sat there and wrecked her own goddamn home. Exactly, Autumn. Willow betrayed herself. Your words ever spoken so truly. Lisa says, I still think Sam can come back from this, even if it's a recast. Sam has two doppelgangers in Port Charles. They could write a body switch and Sam being held captive just like Jason says, ouch. Ouch to what? I'm just curious, what'd you say ouch to? Well, Chris, you're very sweet. See, I would sit there and say that shit was disappointing as hell. I'm pretty sure she was, Sean. I'm pretty sure she was, Sean, because Willow's just that stupid. Link says, I wonder if Sam dying will drive Alexis back to drinking. I can see that. I mean, hell. Oh, well, the thing is, though, cherry ice cream, you know how I roll. You know how I roll, cherry ice cream. I don't sit there and sugarcoat things. I will sit there and tell the truth, and I will sit there and do it very harshly. Lashanta says, Albert, how do you think Nina will react? So what, Sam's death? So what, Sam's death? Gorgeous Queen Cat Lady, new baby for Sasha after all. Oh, Cat Lady's in my chat. Now I'm very happy. The thing is, Cherry Ice Cream, this whole thing with Drew and Willow, I felt like Drew took the majority of the backlash. And I'm not just saying that he's not accountable for sinking her marriage, but we're not going to sit there and try to act like Willow is a victim just because she cries and she does all this. Woe is me, and I love my family. Nah, so I'm not going to sit there and just let you just get off the hook for that shit. That's what we're not going to do. Now it's a party. Now it's another party. Gorgeous goddess Jess. Jerry, I mean, maybe some other reviewers will sit there and have more of a light and delicate touch, but I ain't one of them. Ariana said, "Who's getting the sword?" Willow's getting the sword. What's good, Alicia? Willow is getting the sword. Ariana, it's so good to see you, though. You know how I do it, Ariana. No one is spared the rod. One says Albert is one sorry excuse for a man. What? Albert is one sorry excuse for a man, so Aaron and Felicity should just welcome both siblings back like nothing happened. I understand Clyde blackmail holding the mom hostage. Okay, good. I guess that makes sense. The question is, how would Nina react to Michael and Sasha sleeping together? Oh, she'll be mad. She'll act like a Karen. That's exactly what she'll do, Jonathan. Just like she sat there and looked at Drew like, oh, it was somehow his fault. Like that shit annoyed the hell out of me. She sat there and looked at Drew like she's the enemy. Like, no, why don't you sit there and look at your broken ass daughter? How about you do that? Get that chick some goddamn therapy. Aaron says much deserved, and I agree. No one is spared the rod. You goddamn right, Ariana. Goddamn right on that. Blackmon says you're a great guy. Thank you, Blackmon. Listen, I I keep it real, and it's harsh. Okay? I don't sit there and pull the delicate card like maybe Dion or James would. I go in hard and I do it raw. And but that sounds like something else, but still. Francis is up. Do you think Kelly may go to the gates? I don't see why not. Yeah, I don't see why not. She's a great actress. Aaron says any new Ninaisms. I have a feeling that that's coming up in the future. Get her some goddamn. Jillian, you know me. I don't play. I mean, it's true though. Get her some damn therapy. LaShanta says, Abba, did you hear Willow wanted Drew to be? Well, she didn't sit there and say that. She didn't know. She thought she Drew had to sit there and explain why he was going to sit there and tell Michael before her. So it's not that he wanted her to. It's not like she wanted him to get blackmailed. She didn't know that's why he was going to go ahead and tell the truth. Johnson says, and Clyde will probably pop back up in Salem because he escaped custody. Which, honestly, to tell you the truth, Jonathan, I kind of just sat there and was like, of course he did. Of course he did. Spencer says, Albert, if you were Michael in position, would you have walked away? Here's the thing, Spencer. I'm not gonna. I'll tell you this much, Spencer. I'm not gonna sit there and let any woman get me to a point where I get mad enough to want to do physical harm towards somebody else. But the yelling and the screaming, yeah, absolutely. That's something I definitely would do, Spencer. That's absolutely. Let me tell you something, Spencer. What I wouldn't do is I wouldn't sit there and walk away like a little schoolgirl. Okay. And I sit there and say this, bro. Listen, I don't know if it was your sex game or the lack of testosterone that you actually have in your body, but you walking away when you find out that your wife just kissed another man is probably the reason why she cheated on you in the first place. Because she wanted to marry a man, not whatever this version is. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No, cat lady, I'll blame you for this. I'll blame you for it. Just said Chad should have been there yesterday. Yes, and I remember reading your comment, and I 100% did agree what you were saying yesterday. Yeah, cat lady, I'm gonna blame you for this. If I get a hangover, it's your fault. Yeah, that seems about right. So if I get a hangover and I can't see um Venom Last Dance tomorrow, I'm blaming you for it. Yeah, it was kind of weird, LaShawn. I mean, I know that he assisted with the surgery, which I'm just like, I'm surprised they actually let him assist with the surgery. Kristen says, if you get as drunk as the other night, I'm going to sign over. I really didn't get drunk. I really didn't get drunk, though. Kelly says, now, chat, you Albert starting already night. I didn't even say anything yet. I know. But no, Kristen, I actually did not get drunk though. Because unlike some people, I can actually hold my liquor. So, Spencer says, I like that answer, Albert. I like that answer. I like Willow just got tired of Michael being in a bank and wanted to be a real man, which I don't think Drew is, but I disagree. I mean, my whole thing is that at the end of the day, it was a letdown, you know? And it's been building for a while, you know? It's been building for a while. Your wife sister and cheats on you. And that's the best that you're gonna do. And here's the thing, I don't blame the other actor because it would have been directed the exact same way. Would have been directed the exact same way. So whether it was Chad Duell or whatever that guy's name is, it comes down to directing. And directing was uh, Lashante, he's a stronger man than me. I want to let that shit go on the first one. It was a mistake. But the second one, second kiss, was a choice. Oh, Johnson says Robert Adamson. Okay, thank you. Donna says the problem is GH and other soap shoot scenes out of order, so I was wondering if the temp Michael had other scenes he taped that day he was on set that haven't aired. Oh, okay. Donna says he didn't have the same energy as Michael. He just, but Donna, did he seem like he had that much energy though when he found out about the second kiss? Maybe we could sit there and say no because he was, still hungover. Spencer said that a similar situation happened to me when my friend wife was looking at me emotionally because her husband was now emotionally invested into her and they were about in their mid 50s and she's a good looking woman, but I ain't going for no cougar. Shame on you. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be with a real woman my age, not some woman is at no children stage. Okay. Well, listen, I respect your choice. Um, I've been with cougars before, and I would sit there and say they can teach some girls in the 20s some moves. So, but to each their own, I say. Oh, Ron, you and that Sheila being pregnant, these stuff. Explain to the chat that if Sheila got pregnant, she's going to be at high risk. I don't think that's something I need to explain, Ron. I think that's just pretty obvious. Just as how can you be with cougars at 40 something? That was your age. Um, when I was younger, just when I was in my 20s, early 30s, I was with women that were in their mid 40s. Yeah, I remember, Jess. I actually did sit there and have a life before I started doing YouTube. So, yes. LaShawn says how much they drank, what Michael know about the dive bar. I mean, enough to sit there and get a hangover. They drunk enough to sit there and get a hangover. Just saying, Jess. Thank you, Freddie. Hit that goddamn like button because it really does actually help. Winkler says AB was a kept man back in the day. Yeah, have some fun. Wink, wink. Have some fun. Trust me, being with a woman that's older is it's a different game. Spencer says, "Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a cougar. I don't get me wrong, but it's not for me. I'm very close with my parents, so it's okay." Well, like I said, to each his own. Thank you, Jonathan. Oh, okay, cool. We get. I'm getting bad kitty tonight. I got you. So nice of you, cat lady. You know, it's actually really funny. I could have swore I had two. No, I have two dislikes on my video, my Jonah Hospital video. I have. Let me tell you something, chat. I have two dislikes on my video today, my review about Kelly Monaco. Apparently, people thought that I was actually too mean and going too harsh. Well, I'll make sure I fix that tomorrow. By fix it, I mean being even more of a dick than apparently they thought I was yesterday. Spencer says, Albert, do you see Danny blaming Lulu for Sam's death? I hope not, but I wouldn't be surprised though. That would be really, that would be a really, reality. Would it make any sense you're going to blame? Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense. But, you know, to be fair, Spencer, he was still holding out hope that him and Lulu's going to get back together. He was like, He was like, what about mom? What about mom? Justin says, well, who could blame Michael for wanting drunk revenge sex? Hey, listen, even Steven, Justin, Jess says, you swear you're a villain. Oh, Jess. I'm not just a villain, Jess. I'm the best type of villain. And you know I am, Jess. You know it. Stop it. Kristen says, Albert, it's your channel. Remember what you say about the actors who play Paul. Remember what? Yeah, yes. That's true. That's true, Kristen. That's true. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't feed the trolls, but every now and then I like to sit there and be a little spiteful them, twist the knife a little bit. But that's actually very dope. That's actually very true, Kristen. I mean, my whole. I'll tell you this much though. If people dislike my video, I can only imagine Kyrie's. Wink says, "Baby, you are an anti-hero, not a villain." Yeah, but Wink, being a villain is so much more fun though. Alicia, when I don't like your review, I still want. Well, thank you, Alicia. I appreciate that. You are a grown and mature adult. So never worry about you. But I always appreciate you, though. Freddie says, I've been read the chats while I was in the moving process. Kelly turned into. Exactly. I always sit there. No, I call her Bad Kitty. Kitty. That's what I call. That's what I call. I call her Bad Kitty. Jonathan says, do you think Tate will stay with Sophia? Um, I think he wants to go back to Holly. I think he would sit there and stay with. I think he would stay with Sophia if she's pregnant. That's what I would sit there and say. You know, Jonathan, just because I actually like you, I didn't give my usual answer that I would normally give. You're my Michael Baldwin to my Victor Newman. So seriously, if it was anybody else, I think I probably would have gave a way different answer. You're not a fan of Alicia. You're not a fan of Ava and Brady. Is it because of Ava or is it because of Brady? It seemed like they were. I was kind of looking at my phone though too, so like I was hearing it more than seeing it. Oh no, I know, Jonathan. I want to give you a good answer because here's the thing, Jonathan. My normal answer for anything that involves Sophia is I don't give a shit, and especially when it comes to us take like my whole thing. Okay, I'll put it this way, Jonathan. I don't give a shit about the teen scenes on Days. Like I didn't give a shit about the teen scenes on General Hospital. When you had Lucas, Georgie, and Maxie. I didn't care about them. I would used to fast forward through them when I was watching it back in high school. You wouldn't be wrong to say that. I know, Jonathan, but I want to give you an actual intelligent answer, not just why I don't really give a shit. Just that why was Lucas even in the room with Sam? Because Sam is the one that sat there and asked him to do the surgery. Sam is the one that sat there and asked him to do surgery. Because Lucas said that he was better than the person. Of course, Jonathan, of course. I appreciate you. Because he said that he was better than the surgeon that was going to do Sam's surgery. LaShanta says, "I did Tay sleep with Sophia?" They didn't show that part, LaShanta. All they showed was them sniff their kissing. And then her asking him, "Do you have a condom?" So they didn't actually get to the actual, you know, as they used to sit there and say, LaShanta, he was on first base. So, oh, hopefully, LaShawn, they do got an actress for him. Oof. But you know what that means, Kristen, right? That means that the kids are going to sit there and somehow blame Lulu for this. They're going to blame Lulu for this. They're going to blame Lulu's family for this. I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying how the blame game tends to work. You think with your emotions. Wink says, haven't been a good team scene since Liz, Lucky, and Emily. They were always getting into something. Good drama. All of them came from a messy family situation. Wow, Wink, that actually sounds like a better story than what I've been seeing. Yeah, unfortunately, they shot them. I don't know. Any scene with Tate, Sophia is just, it just brings down my goddamn mood. Like I said, if anyone were actually paying attention, in my General House review, I did do reviews for the other two. I did a review for YNR and I did a review for Days of Our Lives. I just didn't put them out. Reggie says I was like, Law, I know that GH is not on to go a guy like route. Freddie, they can always change their minds. Freddie, I'm so glad that you actually said that they weren't going to go the guiding light route. And do you know why, Freddie? Because there are two people in this chat that are okay with General Hospital going the guiding light route. And the two people in this chat know exactly who I'm talking about. But they're okay with them going the guiding. I'm not joking, Sarah. They're okay with them going the guiding light route. Okay, Sarah. So, oh, I'm sorry. There's three people. Oh, Jess, congratulations on talking to yourself. I mean, for telling on yourself. I didn't sit there and say who. I just said there's two other people. I didn't say who. Why y'all feel guilty about? No, why y'all? I don't understand. I said two people. I didn't say who. That's been a soap opera across the board. That's okay. I'm just saying. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to sit there and say any name. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's a really good question, Ciara. Cat lady, you're still going to make Abra some pancakes. I would twirl my mustache, but I don't think it's long enough. LaShanta said I would talk about how Brooke used that she slept with Riz to Rain and Stephanie. I don't think it's so much that she slept with Riz to Rain and Stephanie. I think that she's just one of those Karen moms that will not sit there and let her daughter take any accountability. That's my thing. She's annoying that way. I'm just keeping it real, Cherry. I'm just keeping it real. I'm still kind of curious about the answer though, because I do like pancakes. But that's the thing though, Lashanta. I don't think that she uses her body. What's good, Tracy? Sees, I don't think that she uses her body to sit there and try to get what she's wanting in this situation. I think that she's just a damn Karen. What's good, Duan? That's right. Yes, Duan, she did. I know that probably is spoilers, but let's just be honest. And yes, happy Wednesday. Tracy says, "LOL, we on again." Chad is going to be disappear when he gets to the prison. Rip. Is that a spoiler or something? Tracy says, "Hobby, you need to make some breakfast for dinner when you are going online. Let it be seen." Yeah, I might do that. I might do that, Tracy. I mean, I was kind of hoping somebody else to sit there and make me pancakes, and I'm still waiting for that answer. Alicia, maybe too much syrup isn't good for you. Yes, that's true. But I actually haven't had pancakes in a while, though. It's been a while since I actually made pancakes, though. Kevin says, I hope Sasha gets pregnant by Michael. I think you may get your wish. Blackman says, I'm going to be good tonight with my comments pertaining to pancakes. Blackmon, you are always good. And syrup. Don't forget syrup, though, Blackmon. And not just any syrup. I mean the ancient mama syrup. Because, like, that's the real good shit. Dominic says, well, you did say you made pancakes. You made pancakes. I did not say that, Dominic. I am a foodie first and foremost. LaShanta since our book told Hope that's her leverage. I don't remember her saying that. Did she actually sit there and say that I don't remember her saying that. Duan says I barely paid attention today, but Sam's died. Yeah, Sam died. She is died. She died. She is dead. It is her last scene. He practically sat there and gave her the boot, to put it lightly. Alicia said, please don't make pancakes on air. Wait, why not, Alicia? Why do you not want me to make pancakes on air? Kristen says, I would don't shed any tears. Kristen, let me tell you something. Not only am I not going to shed any tears, I'm going to sleep like a goddamn baby. And that's not to be mean, Kristen. Not to be mean. That's just to be real. Get some pancakes from the strip club. You get a Big Mac as well. Yeah, Spencer, but that's true. But I want pancakes to be made by a certain gorgeous woman because in my dream they smell pretty good. So Johnson says, what if Clyde escapes because the real Abigail is alive and he's going to use her as leverage? I can sit there and see him doing something like that as like a backup plan. Spencer says, oh wow, these chats are going fast as fuck. Ancient Mama syrup is pure sugar, not real maple. Maple. I know, but it tastes so good though. I really do miss pancakes now. Sophia's going to leave Ned. She is tired of his business deals, also not being at home and being a distant dad to Leo. Lois may be the next woman in what? Sophia. You mean what you call it? Oh, no, Alicia said, I saw your ground beef cooking demo. Well, to be fair, Alicia, that wasn't my fault. Okay? That wasn't my fault, Alicia. That was Jess's fault. Okay? Alicia, the whole reason why that actually did not work out well is because of Jess. So, Kristen says DC told us what happened to poor Ancient Mama. Well, sometimes DC's opinions needs to be questioned and then double checked. Spencer says, I don't know if you saw my last comic, but my friends went to Graceland. Also spoke to Laura, who played Carly. He asked if Kelly Monaco is going to be doing another soap. And what Laura Ray said to my friend, keep watching. Keep watching. Okay. Oh, Olivia. Okay. Thank you. Well, I mean, Spencer, it just, yes, that kind of confirms it. But also, in a sense, why would she just stop at General Hospital? What about Mr. Buttersworth? What about Mr. Buttersworth? Jonathan, what is Mr. Buttersworth? I mean, Alicia was not just saying that Ancient Mama is pure sugar. It's so fucking good, though. It's so good. But, I mean, what is. Freddie said when Cody punched Drew at Brown Dog, announcing that Drew banged the mother and kissed the daughter in front of everyone. The reveal felt lousy. Yes. Oh, Mr. Butters. I never actually had that. I never actually had Mr. Buttersworth sorrow. I would have to try it first. Oh, okay. So Spencer. So Laura Wright is the exception when it comes to us cougars. Okay. All right. I mean, Spencer. It's. I respect your opinion. Always said I didn't see Jess flipping that gray. Well, the thing is, oh no 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 no, just don't no no just, just no, don't you sit there and agree with Alicia. No, especially don't don't agree with Jess. Jess is a bad influence. Don't do that. Tracy says I would try maple syrup. You'll love it. I mean, is that what it's called? Just called maple syrup? Calais says gray. Gray what? Elise said Mr. Buttersworth, same, not real maple syrup. What I feel that is actually good though. I mean, like, are you just more like, Elise, are you just more like health conscious? Is that it? I'm just curious. Um, I mean, I almost feel like I have the energy to sit there and make actual raw pancakes tonight. Freddie says, Albert, this chat has not changed a bit. I love it. Well, Freddie, people have been asking, like I said, Ron has been asking about you, like where have you been at and everything. Well, just of course the ground beef looks questionable. It's your fault. I don't understand. Like, just I could have swore we went over this. Kelly says you cook gray meat. It was no, it was not gray meat. Like, it was I don't remember what it was, but still. Kristen says, Albert, do you think we can give Sam a better send off? Absolutely, yes, Kristen. I've been sitting there saying that for a hot minute. Um, that Sam's that Sam's send off today. Well, her death was this man's cooked food with the stove off. Okay, so Jess is being well, she's being Jess, and Cat Lady's being Bad Kitty. Christmas is our these live streams are all about food and kissing cousins. Hey, listen, the kissing cousins. That's not my idea. That's well, I'm not gonna say who it is, but we all know. Okay, Duan says Sam's life was boring and her death was boring. Well, yeah, they didn't know what to do with her towards the end. All gray with no love. Oh, no, Catley, that's not true. It had plenty of love. It just I was distracted and I was under a lot of pressure. Okay, and that was it was gray meat. Well, I mean, I don't remember it actually being gray meat though. I don't remember it actually being gray meat though, Alicia. I mean, it could have been, but um, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just his fault. Brother says yes. I kiss my cousin, your brother and sis, and I'm sorry, what? Johnson says, do you think Kelly Monaco can end up on primetime shows? I think it'd be an interesting switch for her. Um, Jonathan, I think maybe she should do primetime and then make the jump back to soap operas and maybe do the Gates. Kelly says, yes, I kiss my cousin, your brother and sis, and daddy too. I'm sorry. How can I show? I'm sorry. What did she just say? Oof, okay. Elisa says Portia was hardly pushing on Sam's chest. I Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Have a good night, Freddie. It was really great to see you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Well, the problem is, Alicia, the scenes with Portia. Does anyone even remember the scenes with Portia and Trina? Seriously, does anyone even remember the scenes with Portia and Trina? Because I don't. I think she was there talking about school or something, and like it didn't really go anywhere. Have a good night, Freddie. Though. LC said Dante should have been then proposed to Sam no blank before marriage. Whoa. I don't know about the whole no sex before marriage, but that's I don't know about that. But yep, that's right, Ariana. That's right. She had been blackmailed and it couldn't happen to a nicer gal. I don't know why I'm actually so happy about that, but I am though. I think it's more because of Portia and her little stank attitude and the fact that she sat there and bullied Brad, which I don't even like Brad. But yes, Ariana, she is still getting blackmailed by by Brad, and I'm totally okay with it. Janice says I thought Trina looked hot today. That's true. She did. Janice, yeah, no, she looked good, but that's cool. Good on fashion. And you see how the self righteous fall in. And Ariana, I enjoyed it so much. I think I enjoyed it more than I should have enjoyed it. And I think it's morely because of the fact that she sat there and bullied Brad. She didn't even want Brad on board. And she was talking about how Brad was going to be a problem for the hospital. Yet you're the one that's there changing test results. Like, get the fuck out of here. Police said Kelly Monaco is too old for prime time. Should have made the jump after Dancing with the Stars. Does anyone agree with this? I can see validation in that. Duane says, I hate Brad. I mean, I wasn't a fan of her too. I wasn't a fan of him too, but Portia and that damn attitude and her resting bitch face, I wasn't happy with that either. I mean, here's my whole thing. Let me tell you something. She was so bad that I sat there and I defended Ariana, I defended Spencer. I defended Spencer and Cassidy. Ariana's exactly agreed. So above is hypocritical. Julie, okay, what do you mean when you were in your early 30s, you were with an older woman? You don't even look close to 30. Well, thank you, Julie. But yes, no, I went out with a couple of cougars. I went out with a couple of cougars back then. They, Julie, I would sit there and say they have a different energy. They have a different energy in their approach on life, and they have a different energy when it comes towards X, Y, and Z. Good times, Julie. Good times. But thank you, though. LaShawn says, I hope Sam has a nice service because Alexa's sisters. Are you fucking kidding me? Cherry says, I used to call you young black. Thank you, Cherry Ice Cream. You know, there's a saying, and I don't know how true this is, but you know what they say, Cherry Ice Cream, black don't crack. And here comes the man of the fucking hour. Here comes the man of the hour. Okay, I'm gonna sit there and make a big deal out of this. DC Soap Sanctuary. I swear to God, I can't stand Albert Bostic. Okay, let me try to be as dramatic as I possibly can. Hold on. DC says, I swear to God, I can't stand Albert Bostic. What's good, Renee? I can't stand Albert Bostic. Not not me logging into my Soap Sanctuary account on YouTube, and the first thing I see is his thumbnail about Sam dying. You will pay for that, Mr. Bostic. Can we all just sit there and appreciate this comment, bask in his glow, just have one good laugh? Oh, in case you didn't know, this is just me saying that I'm being a villain. Let's all just exactly. Let's all sit there and say what's up to DC. First of all, DC, I swear to God, you swear to God? Did he just say, I swear to God, I can't stand Albert? I love this woman. I do. Juan says, why DC ain't mad at me? Because he's too busy being mad at me. Albert has destroyed my life. In Victor Newman's voice, you will pay for this, you hear me. Fingers were crossed. Have a good night, Jay Blue. I love it, Ariana. I love it. DC, I'm going to ask you a question tonight. I'm going to ask you a very important question. How do you want me to sit there and handle you? Do you want me to use kid gloves, or do you want me to sit there and just be me, aka a villain? How do you want me to handle you, DC? I'm gonna let you decide your punishment tonight. Renee says, Albert, the way they did Sam's character is crazy. Her death was so underwhelming. It was, yes, and I agree with that. I 100% agree with that, Renee. DC said it's a Steve Harvey route tonight. Oh, okay. You have a good night, Spencer. You've done enough damage so far. Wank Wank says, so is Albert the victor to DC's chair? Absolutely. Who throws a chair out the goddamn, yeah. Well, DC, I'm gonna sit there and say this. If you didn't watch today's episode, that's on you. You know that I sit there and I talk about these soap operas after I do a review and the night of the soap opera. So I'm going to spoil something for you. So if you know you didn't watch it, you probably shouldn't sit there and click onto my content because I'm going to sit there and either write a title that says spoiler or it's going to be me saying something that's spoiler. Okay? So just understand that. See, that was the Steve Harvey version that DC just got. Spencer says, I remember keep your email reminder on. I'm going to be emailing you my thoughts on films. Okay. All right, Spencer. I guess to think it's your gamer tag too. So or emailed you back my that, Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you, Dolomedics. Dolmex is on my TV. That's why Dolmex is on my team. Lisa, Lady, oh my, with the baby oil. Just said these things never happen when Jeff's is in charge. Jess is she's a really special lady. That's what I'm gonna sit there and say. DC says I didn't click onto it when I logged into my YouTube account. Your live came up. That was international. This man is diabolical. I'll tell you. See, DC, that seems like that's more of a DC. You know how I roll, though, DC. You don't actually have to be subscribed to me. You can just sit there and just click onto my channel. Did you ever think about that, DC? By the way, this is all me sitting there being giving him the Steve Harvey treatment. I only give the Steve Harvey treatment to a select few amount of people. Kristen says, Albert and DC, how will you have written Sam off? Yes, you roll the Victor Newman way. It's given Victor beside his kids. That's what it's giving. DC, Kristen has an important question. How would you write Sam off? Now, see, for me, I agree with Belinda. Belinda's idea, and I agree with, was to try to find the gun, die, and give her portion of her liver or give her liver to Lulu. This way she can save Lulu's life, but she can also sit there and save Alexis from going to jail. That's how I would have wrote her off. I would have wrote her off as a hero. Sam was always a badass character, okay? She was the Letty to Dom's whatever Fast and the Furious reference that I can't remember, but like she was that ride or die chick. So I would have gave her a hero send off. Don't tell on yourself, Robert, unless you want to. No, I'm just saying, like that's how Tracy says, "What is the Steve Harvey treatment?" Well, Tracy is the opposite of the Kevin Samuel treatment that I would have gave him. That I would have given him. And this is no, Alicia, I just I'm not telling myself, but I like to keep it real though. LaShanta says Brady won't accept the card from Kristen. Yeah, he did. Renee says I agree with you. I just thought that would have been the best way to sit there and go about it. Ariana says after all that happened, the powers that be wouldn't let her be a hero. Hmm. Well, Justin says I watched a video about Jonathan. If you can email me that video, I would definitely love to watch it. Tracy says, "What's the opposite of Kevin Samuels? You making this different?" The thing is, Tracy, Kevin Samuels will sit there and talk to you straight. He may be unapologetic about it, but he will sit there and tell you the truth straight. I mean, Steve Harvey will sit there and dance around the truth. He won't tell you what you need to hear. He'll tell you whatever book that he's in there doing. That's the thing, Tracy. Steve Harvey is about more selling dreams and lies. Kevin Samuels was more about Cynthia telling the truth. Hard, but truthful. I think that's probably the smartest. That's probably the most. Yes. DC says Kevin Samuels was the godfather of the Red Pill movement. Kristen said these ideas are great. Thanks for playing. I mean, listen, Kristen, I got that from Belinda, but like I do agree with that. Lisa, I don't agree with your scenario about Sam finding the gun in the harbor. Too much unnecessary blame to go around with that scenario. But think about it though. Yes, Tracy, that's the difference between the Kevin Samuels treatment and the Steve Harvey treatment that I gave him tonight. Lisa, I don't agree with your scenario about Sam finding the gun in the harbor too much. Yeah, but it would have gave. Tracy said Kevin Samuels. Tracy, this is why I rock with you. This is why I rock with you. Why I rock with you. Whenever you get a chance, you gotta become a member again. I'm missing you in the member stream. Missing you in the member stream. You must be pretty excited that you get to review. So right from that, I never actually thought of it that way. Oh, I feel like I need to take a drink for this one, Tracy. So I rock with you. I still do listen to this stuff from time to time. Elise says Steve Harvey is a bum. Oh, well, then yeah. He's also kind of an asshole, too. But Kevin Samuels died under mysterious circumstances. Word on the street is that Aubrey is a suspect. DC, it's actually really funny. Word on the street is that woman that he was with had something to do with it. The woman that so-called knew CPR had something to do with it. Thank you, Kristen. You see how DC is the real gaslighter of everything? DC is the type of person that sits there and play. DC is like Willow. DC, I wonder should I call you the Willow of the chat? Should I call you the Willow of the chat? Kristen says you do the same. I have no idea what you're talking about, Kristen. I don't know what you're talking about. Robert couldn't allow that to happen, but yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying though, DC. The woman he was with knew CPR, and the last person he was with, they never bothered to sit there and really question. I'm just saying, serious. I'm just last day was good. You ready to cook, my friend? Are you ready to cook? 'Cause I'm ready to cook. Ariana, so you just compared DC to Ariana? You're goddamn right I did. Because DC loves to sit there and play the victim. He loves to sit there and try to play the victim. So yes, I did. Tracy said, I remember Kevin Samuels took some special medication, had got special results. Just oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. I'm just saying, Tracy. Like, and don't forget Kevin Samuels was drunk. Yes, and that's true, Tracy. And he did actually have hypertension. He did actually have hypertension. Kristen says, Albert, you're that's Kristen, listen. Let me tell you something, Kristen. DC is my boy, okay? That's my guy right there. Okay? I love my dude DC. But there's times where DC will have some willow traits, okay? And there's it just is what it is. But DC's my guy though. Tricia says to be honest, I don't think she had anything to do with that. I know, Tracy. I know ultimately, like, I'm just saying, this is, Tracy, the thing is, like, it's just kind of weird her being the last person to see him. But yes, no, you're right, though. You're right. I know he had a lot of health problems, especially the Red Bull. Jesus Christ. Was a smooth man, smooth, like, oh, okay, see, DC, you were making sense up until that last part of that sentence. Up until that last part, listen, I think this is the part where DC starts talking about his grandpa fetish, which is okay, fine, whatever. Live his life. He was a cancer patient and he survived that. Yes, he did, Tracy. I still go back and I still watch them as old videos. Tracy, let me tell you something. I know it may not be a lot of things to respect about Kevin Samuels. The one thing I will sit and respect Tracy is that his work ethic. And he started off with like maybe a couple of people on his live streams. And by the time of his death, have a good night, Alicia. By the time of his death, he had over 1,000 something people watching him 5 nights a week. Kristen says, "Do you miss Marshall?" Nope. No, I do not. I mean, I didn't have nothing, Kristen. I didn't have nothing against Marshall, but like, JC says Albert is low key telling you he's red pilled. JC, so are you. What are you talking about? You agree with some of the stuff that he was saying. Don't throw me under the goddamn bus like I'm the only person. Last night's the ending of to B&B was so dumb. Seriously, she tripped and it didn't even look all that confused. And also, Steffi has no trust in Finn. If you don't have trust, you have nothing. Last day is coming in with the heat, and I do appreciate that. When I say that you have no proof, okay. So do you see? You never agree with anything that Kevin Samuel said. It. Thank you, Ariana. Thank you, Kristen. The minute that we thought all these different scenarios that he was part of the WSB and everything like that, um, you know, Daisy says if I did, it was never caught on camera. Well, what are you ashamed? Are you ashamed of admitting anything that Kevin Samuel was right? DC, come on now, testing your manhood. So you never admitted that you never. Renee says I wasn't mad about Sasha and Michael. Willow is boring. Plus, she's full of crap. Renee is coming in with the fire. Tracy says, I would like to say people that give relationship advice actually be in happy relationships. It was sad that he didn't have anyone. He did, but like it was never like it was serious. I still watch this channel. I think he has a great channel. It was very entertaining. Like I said, it was I respect his work ethic. You know, Tracy, it's not easy to sit there and try to get to that status. Like I said, Tracy, he went from only maybe 100 people or something to over 1,000, and that was every night. Was good, Allison? It's good to see you. So, like I said, many people didn't like Kevin, and yet they kept watching. Oh, Tracy, some of the guests that he had on who didn't like him, but yet they went on there. They knew what they were getting themselves into, and they still watched. So I can respect and that's the thing though, Tracy. I didn't agree with everything he said, but exactly, I didn't agree with a lot of stuff he said, but he was entertaining. And the thing is, Tracy, some of the stuff I did agree with, but I still watched it anyway. That's the thing, Tracy. When you are on a YouTube channel, you watch a YouTube channel, whatever. There's some stuff you're not going to agree with, but as long as they're not over the top or overly offensive, you can generally agree to disagree with most of the stuff that people say and keep it moving. But if I ever did co-sign Kevin Samuels, it was never quote on Kevin. Okay, so DC is just BS right now. Listen, I love DC, but DC is just BSing. See, that's the thing though. DC will probably sit there and tell you the truth at some point, but I'll tell you the truth every goddamn night though. That's not shade to DC. I'm just saying. Tracy said they knew Kevin would drag them, and yet they went on live and let it happen. That's true. That's the thing, though, right, Tracy? He never tried to strive for perfection or being in the best light. He just kept it real. And sometimes he did kind of exaggerate, but like, if he wasn't serious, then he didn't have anything. Yes, you're looking for a confession, but I didn't give you one. DC, you didn't have to give me one. You gave the chat one. I want everyone to sit there and pay attention to this comment. DC says, I'm just saying nothing was caught on camera. You're looking for a confession that I didn't have to give. But you already gave it to me, though. You already gave it to me, DC. DC, you're a very smart and intelligent man. You just got checkmate. Just, just let it go, bro. He's still trying. It's almost cute. I like it, DC. Kristen said, "Does anyone else knows how the show uses code to deliver what should be damaging information news? Mac being his father, Drew and Willow, only for it to fall flat. A bad omen for the show. Hmm. I don't even remember what I said. I don't even remember what I said. Well, like I said, DC, you're a smart man, a smart, intelligent, and brave man who just got checkmate, and it's okay. You said more than you thought you said. DC says the great Albert Bostic like to coerce confessions out of people. What a great man, ladies and gentlemen, your CEO. Stop it, DC. See now you're starting to try to become almost as stubborn as Jess. Kristen says, "All hail Albert, all hail the king, baby, all hail the king." It's actually really funny. Just on a side note, so I just went to Kyrie's live stream. We have the same thumbnail. We have the same thumbnail. I want y'all to sit there and notice that for a hot minute. See, mine says, Samuel McCall dies in General Hospital. And Kyrie says Sam McCall is finally dead and more. Thank you, Blackmon. Blackmon. Allison says, what do you think about the way Carter is behaving ever since they decided to have him like Hope? It seems like he's willing to lose his job. Allison, I would sit there and say this much. This is what happens when simping goes wrong. Okay? He's throwing out all common sense logic for um, loving in the afternoon. He's not even making any sense. And he overstepped when he was there talking to Stephanie in a sense. Like, he was her boss. So that's what I would sit there and say. He is definitely overplaying his hand. And he is definitely simping. And he is thinking with the wrong part of his anatomy. And trust me, Allison, as a guy who um, have thought with the wrong part of their body, I understand. Kristen says, "Wow, you and Kyrie's Krista, I hate Sam." But the thing is, Kristen, I don't hate Sam. Now, Kristen, I'll tell you this much though. If you look at my title and you look at Kyrie's title, who do you think dislikes Sam more? Hmm? Who do you think that dislikes Sam more? I'm pretty much more ambiguous to Sam. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. I'm kind of just like, eh, but I don't like the idea of someone losing their job. I was just say, yeah, I hate the way they are writing Carter. Hope, tell better, be the bomb. Here we go, Allison. Here we go. Listen, Allison, I was going to say this much. I only approve of sipping for a woman if they're hot. Same. Listen, since I don't know which one of you made more videos about Sam, so I can't answer that question. Okay, that's fair. That's fair, Kristen. I think actually, no, I did. Be honest, Kristen, I did. DC says, I will confess that Albert got the one life to live people kicked off of GH, yet he was behind it. I'm exposing him today. I'm gonna be in my it's gonna be in my book. Chat, I want to sit there and take that sentence as him drinking tonight. Yep, I think DC actually has had his first drink tonight. I had to sit there and peek into Kyrie's stream to see what he was talking about. Since apparently DC likes to make references to me being Victor Newman. But no, Kristen, to be fair, I did actually make more videos about Sam. I made more videos about Kelly Monaco. And I feel like there may be more in the future. Who knows? Damn. We talked so much about. I mean, the thing is, well, first I sat there and I looked at my notes and I was like, we didn't talk really that much about Born and Beautiful. Thank you, Black Man. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Kyrie's is tearing Sam up. I know. I kind of peeked in a little bit. Me being Victor Newman and everything. Um, I guess he is kind of the Diana in the chat. Daisy, you've been acting a little bit like Willow too, though. Yeah, you've been acting a little bit like Willow. If there's were any doubts on how they felt about Sam, her send-off told us all we needed to know. No sad music, no montage, nothing special. Well, Kristen, I will sit there and say this much. It just happened. So maybe, Kristen, I'm going to sit there and reserve right to judgment until we see more about it. Renee says the writers killed Sam's character, which made her unlikable. To yes, and that's actually very true, Renee. She started acting like a goddamn Karen at some point, and I just was like, Blackmon says, I'm laughing. He was talking about how he got sick seeing Hope today. Kristen says, okay, but I don't mind judging them for you. I appreciate you. The writers really didn't like her. DC says he's calling me Willow to deflect. No, DC, I'm calling you Willow because you were bringing out some Willow traits tonight. That's why I called you. I was calling you because you're deflecting. Island was good. Was seriously was good. Island. Um, I did, Kristen. I did, and that was annoying. Kind of like how DC loves to sit there and shift blame to other people. But yes, I know he did not just sit there and say this shit. See, DC, I'm gonna ask you one question, and I'm gonna be serious about this. Are you trolling? Or are you being serious before I read this comment? DC says Willow is a good woman who made a mistake. Sunny has made many mistakes, yet he's your guy. What the fuck does that have to do with Willow? Did you just sit there and say that Willow's a good woman who didn't bother to sit there and put on her big girl pants and decide to tell the truth? Instead, decide to blame other people and whine and cry about it? Did he just say that? Did he just say that? Island says I'm okay. Sad how Willow went out, but it's realistic. Hmm. DC, are you joking? Are you serious? Black Moon says the way beyond the gates is shaping out the other souls better watch out. Yes, Black Man, I agree with that. I mean, they need to watch out for a lot of things, but that is one of many. But also, Renee says, I do think Sasha's going to get pregnant. I hope so. Renee, that has been a popular theory in his chat, and I can see that, Renee. You know what they say? Sometimes it just takes one, and that's another thing, Renee. I feel like they made Cody and Sasha cousins to get Michael and Sasha back together. So that would actually make sense. DC, are you serious? Was you serious about um that comment? That's how fair, I really do. Like Allison said, I'm actually surprised that the kiss came out when it did. Usually GH waits 6 months. It really sucks that Cody and Sasha couldn't be together. I agree with that, Black Man. I don't know if you actually said that because I've been saying that for a while, or that's something that you also agree with. But yes, and Black Man, how long has that actually been? How long has that actually been? Island says, "What's up with Carter? He's done lost his mind and all over hope. She's not even that special." Yes, Island, and I'm gonna sit there and add something to that. She's not only that special, she's not really that hot. She's actually not even hot. She's just pretty. But yes, Island. Um, Island, if you're gonna sit there and throw your career away for a woman, make sure she's hot. Like seriously, make sure she's hot. Like if you want to send for a woman, which most men don't like, at least make sure she's hot. Black Mom says about 2 years. But yes, no, I agree with that. Island says Hope is not. She's not. Island, you know what Hope is? She's a succubus. Okay, she likes the attention. She likes the attention from Liam. She liked the attention from Thomas. And now she's liking the attention. Well, she's also liking the fact that Carter isn't there fighting, which I didn't sit there and say this before, but just on B&B, just tell Carter the truth. Just be like, hey, listen, your idea sounds great, but it's not something that we're going to agree with, and move on. Instead of raising it there saying, well, we we don't have an answer for you yet. Yes, you do. Three of you bobbleheads actually said it in a room together. What do you mean you don't have an answer for him? Like, are you kidding me? You really just sat there and lied to everyone? And said Ho was hot when she was with Thomas. Now she's back to bland. They didn't. They did Chris Natalie wrong as to. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Black Mon. Renee says, "I know Jason is mad. Sam is dead. Now he gotta be a damn father." God damn it, Renee. He actually has to sit there and step up as a dad. It's gonna suck, Renee. He can't sit there and go out and start shooting and killing people. Kristen says Sasha and Michael were the best part of today's episode. Porsche and Trina were neat. Thank you, Kristen. They really were. What was she sitting there talking about, Kristen? You remember? Was it like art or some shit like that? Ariana says Carter's being manipulated for loving he's not getting. Yes. Cherry ice cream, you know what to expect when you come into your stream. So you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it raw. Like as in like um raw responses. Renee Drew's tone. But yes, that's true. Kristen, I wonder if the kids are going to live at the Q's. I think they'll live at the house for a little bit, Kristen. It's familiar to them. I mean, ideally, they should live at the house because it's still familiar to them. But yeah, this whole thing is upheaval. Kristen said, Albert, damn it, I gotta get it. Kristen said, Albert, they were trying to be slick. We're bringing up who will eventually be Trina's love interest when the show's up to class, but this show doesn't know how to be subtle. Well, but Kristen, you said they were trying to be slick by bringing up who will eventually be Trina's love interest. How? And when? And who? Because I'm like, General Hospital didn't sit there and try to, like, I need a little more detail, Kristen. I mean, because the trades, it was literally online, like different groups or whatever, wasn't it? Talking about Trina's new love interest. She was talking about how her partner hasn't shown up. Oh, I'm guessing that. Oh, Kristen, I didn't even sit there and think about that. Damn, I guess they really were being slick because I didn't see it. Hmm, okay. Well, I guess maybe their slickness actually worked on me. I didn't think about it. Honestly, tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie, Kristen. Their scenes were so filler that I didn't even sit there and think too thoughts about it. Black is like bold last year direction, not what is going on now. Why is that? Allison says hope for the future is definitely getting canceled after Stephanie is seeing hope on Finn and Laundry. She's not going to believe it was an accident. Yes, Allison. She's not going to believe it was an accident. Blackman says, "Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that Blackman. Even though I keep saying it in every single goddamn review. That's true." Um, and that's the thing, Allison. It doesn't matter what she says. She can tell the truth. She can be like, "Hey, listen, I was doing a surprise for Carter," and she's not going to believe that. Allison, let me ask you a question. Did you laugh when you saw that scene? Because I know I did. Renee says, "I think Danny's going to have a problem with Rocco after what happened to his mother." Yep, Renee, it's going to be the blame game. I, yeah, it's going to be a blame game. They're going to sit there and blame Sam or blame the people that sat there and wanted Sam to sit there and do the surgery. That wanted Sam to do the surgery. They're going to sit there and blame them. They're going to blame Laura. They're going to blame Lucky. But it should be interesting drama nonetheless. Allison says, yes, I rolled my eyes. It was so ridiculous. It was, Allison. It was. Um, I think with stuff like that, I try to find a humor in it. That's the thing. I try to find a humor in it because, yes, Allison, I paused it. I don't remember what I was doing, but I paused it because I was like, I know what's going to end up happening next. We all saw it coming. We all saw that shit coming. Alan says Hope has outgrown hope for the future. She can always start over. Hope is getting paid for doing nothing. Arlen, let me tell you something. She was so bored. Let me tell you something, Arlen. She was so bored to sit there and work on her failing line that she decided to sit there and play dress up. Like, seriously. And that's the thing, Arlen. This is why I get annoyed with Brooke. When Brooke is always like, well, Hope is always under attack about her line being cut. I'm like, let's sit there and see what Hope actually does for work. She sits there and she blanks out and stares into space. And then she's like, ooh, let me sit there and dress in lingerie. She hears somebody comes in and she's like, oh, Carter, lock the door. Well, you're sitting there playing dress up. Why the why did you assume that it was going to be Carter? Like, nothing makes sense. Blackmon says, I like Brooke and Taylor's friendship without Red. I did too, Blackmon. But you know what I also liked even more though, Blackmon? You know what I liked even more, Blackmon? All those innuendos that made it look like they were going to be a couple. Kristen says, I wanted their clothes. Hmm. Blackmon says, Hope can be the star performer at the Kitty Cat Club. Oh, speaking of kitties and bad kitties, where is Cat Lady at? See, Blackmon, this is why you're my guy, Blackmon. This is why you're my guy. This is one of the many reasons why you always been my guy. On B&B, okay. Well, I'm assuming it was B&B because that was the only one that actually showed clothes and clothing line. Ellen says, I occasionally love Steffi's outfits. I wish I was as confident as her. Ellen, let me ask you a question. What did you thought of her outfit yesterday? Because I sat there, I was like, what the fuck is she wearing? Like, she was wearing some sort of sexy, like, um, zebra panther thing or whatever, and then like a little Jacket on top. I don't know if that's supposed to be fashion for it. It went over my head. I thought what she was seriously. I thought what she was wearing was just weird as shit. To be honest, Allison says, "Yeah, Hopeless wants to keep her relationship with Carter as sacred, so she dresses up in lingerie at work and office." Allison, I don't know if you watch my reviews. I'm assuming you watch my reviews. I said this before. Bold and Beautiful is the best soap opera comedy. Terry says, "Have you ever seen scary movie called? Have you ever seen a scary movie called Digestion?" No. What is it about? I might want to watch it. I'm kind of looking for some scary stuff. Called Digestion. What is that about? You know, being a Halloween and all. I'm watching something on Netflix right now called the Manhattan Project. I don't lie, it's getting a little kind of creepy. Terry says, okay, I got now. You know what, Terry? Now I gotta sit there and oh, okay, okay. I just actually saved it. It's in my history, so I'm gonna watch it afterwards. Yeah, Terry. I am okay. Terry says, "Sorry, guys. No, no, don't be sorry. I love scary movies." Kristen says it's a movie from the '80s. No, I know, Terry. I love scary movies. So I would definitely check out the trailer tonight. I just actually saved it in my history. No, I'm watching a documentary series called The Manhattan Project. So I'm gonna finish watching it, even though I'm kind of like Kristen says, oh yeah, no, I remember that. I remember that movie, Kristen. Yeah, Drew Barrymore, the '80s, the guy with the long mullet. Shakira says Tate's going to sleep with Sophia he's unless he's not cheating on Holly. Well, technically, Shakira, he's not cheating on Holly because him and Holly broke up. So technically, they're not really cheating. I love it for what it is. The book is even better. Well, you know, Kristen, they always sit there and say that, though, Kristen, right? That the book is better than the movie. Um, no, Eileen, I didn't. And to be honest, Eileen, and I'm just gonna be transparent. I don't really want to watch anything with Nicholas Chavez. Even though it looked kind of interesting, I don't want to sit there and generally support anything that Nicholas Chavez does. Um, he was on General Hospital, so I had to watch him. But anything outside of that, yeah, that's kind of a hard pass. Unless he's in a DC or Marvel movie, yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening, Island. And if you want to know why, join my members, and there's a video. And this is what's the take, Island? There's an actual video on my members page, and they will explain why I have a dislike for him. I will sit there and say I wouldn't. There's a video on my members page called Spilling the Tea. Spilling the Tea. And not that it hasn't. Yeah, I hate real life stories mostly. Yeah, but this is mostly about him though. Shakira says Sophia got her man now. It's late for Holly. Yeah, that's true, Eileen. I mean, that is true, Shakira. Kristen says, do you think Holly is going to get killed off again? No. You mean, Kristen, you talking about General Hospital Holly? If it's General Hospital, she might get killed off. I'm assuming you're talking about General Hospital with Sitwell. That will send Sasha reeling. Okay, yeah, that was send Sasha reeling. And she said some pretty harsh things to her mom, practically saying, you're dead to me. So can you imagine if Sitwell does something to her and she's not just you're dead to me, I mean she's really dead or soap opera dead. I think that's the only way to redeem her character, redeem her to her daughter. Ooh, Shakira, I really don't do politics here. But yeah, that's Shakira. Yeah, I don't really talk about politics here. Ireland says Holly's a pointless character. Well, Ireland, she comes in for plot, right? She's that's cool, Shakira. I mean, I respect your opinion. I always just feel like politics is a hot topic, so it's like I'd rather just not get into that. But Days, Shakira Days was actually pretty was actually tell you the truth, it was average Shakira. I didn't really give a shit about Sophia and stuff, but what? No, I just Steffi caught Finn and Hope. Yeah, and it's very Shakira. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of a Mr. Bean's skit. Mr. Beans was like a British comedian that would do like really stupid and wacky stuff, and that's what it reminded me of. Let me ask you a question. Do you like Holly, and if you don't, why? Alan, did you see the scene between Sally and Adam? Is that tomorrow's episode? Because if that's so, I didn't. But Alan, do you like Holly? Renee says the rewrite the writers did with Sasha and Holly is crazy. I hate these writers. And they daydream of his father and Amy Lewis something about fishy, some fishy about it. That was a little kind of that was a little kind of left field. I mean, Shakira, I know that they used to do the flashbacks, so like I'm not too like whatever about it. But Shakira, I was sit there and say it's a lie. You come to this man that you don't know, you tell him that he has a half brother, and you want him to sit there and drop everything to sit there and find him and connect with him. Like something about that is just kind of like, damn, bro. And then you're like, oh yeah, she has leukemia and she's gonna be staying for a while. Like if that's not a pressurous situation, I don't know what is. Kristen says we got better writers during the last strike. Oh, the scout writers. Allison says it's literally getting on anyone else's nerves about wanting to be CEO at another company, but not her own Hamilton Winters company. It's like she thinks her family business is beneath the others. I think she's just really stubborn. Yes, that's actually very true, Shakira. She's just really stubborn on. Yeah, it's no, she's just Alice. She's people have sat there and said that she is entitled, and I feel like she's more like she has to be proven that she's right. She likes to act like she's the smartest person in the room, and you just have a hard time letting go and just be like, hey, you know what? It's Victor. He's going to take over the company. Let me just move on. Ellen says, I think so. She's black to me. I don't find her interesting. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, I'm not, Eileen, you'd be surprised how many people actually really love her character. But I think the people that generally love her character is the people that have been watching it from like the 80s, the 70s, or whatever. Now, Johnson says, I just read Kelly Monaco will be making one more appearance on G-Days this week. Hmm. I wouldn't be too surprised. I think she'll wind up being a corpse at this point. I know it sounds harsh, but I mean, that's the truth. I mean, it makes sense. Or it goes, oh, hell no. No, 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 no. How to the effing no about a damn ghost? Nope. No, 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 no. She needs to ride off into the sunset. Um, have the fans be, you know what, I'm not even going to go there. Now, Ireland says, why did the writers need to ruin Sharon to give her a story? This story is awful. Ireland, let me ask you a question. If you were a writer for the show, what kind of like, Jonathan, you're the eternal optimist, so I'm not going to sit there and say anything. Um, and I like your spirit, but Island, what kind of storyline would you give Sharon if you had to sit there and give her a good story? What kind of storyline would you give Sharon? See, Kristen, I'm just saying, Checkers. I know that he is walking away as a ghost. And actually, I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan. Actually, it sounds kind of sad, but I think that's what they may need, and that would be confirmation though too. But I don't think they're gonna do that though, Jonathan. Because if they want to bring the character back, they can do that. Shakira says days fall in summer promos be Saturday because days of lives every Saturday. I would have said nothing this stupid story. No, but I'm just saying though, Highland, like if you had to sit there and give a story, because here's my thing, Highland. Let me tell you something. When I started watching this soap, Jonathan, are you talking about Liberty Lock? I guess my whole thing is Highland. When I started watching the soap opera, that's when they had Noah on. That's when Victoria kicked Nick out the of her wedding. And my whole thing is Sharon has been boring up until this point. So I know it's not everyone's favorite storyline. I know that there's people that have problems with the Cameron Kirsten or Kirsten Cameron or whatever the hell his name is, the bloody T-shirt and stuff. But I think my whole thing is though, I'm happy that they're giving her something to do. Maybe Shakira. I mean, that would be interesting. At least her sacrifice would actually mean something. Joshua says, no, not Larry Lock from John. Oh, okay. Okay, well, now I'm actually curious, Jonathan. What do you got for me? Oh, Kristen, you're still in the chat? Let me know if you're still in the chat. Let me know if you're still in the chat. Right now, it's another doppelganger character that appeared on Jay's name, Alicia. Wow, okay. Okay. Happy night, Kristen. Wow, okay. These numbers I'm actually familiar with. Yes, happy night, Kristen. I was going to ask her something. Maybe I'll ask her tomorrow. Maybe a mental hospital story with a good mystery for sharing. Okay. I guess I can see you coming up with some other interesting storylines. You know what the thing is, Island. I guess for me, here's how I look at it. I'm just glad that they're actually giving her something to do. I look at this storyline like, oh, thank God, Shakira. One, because I just like the actress that plays her, and two, at least she can probably get past that whole thing with Albert Alar. But what the hell I was gonna sit there and say, Island? I'm just glad that they're giving her a story because the story that she had before was terrible. Let's just be real; it was terrible. Um, it's kind of like Trina. Trina, Trina and Portia wasn't the scene with Trina and Portia was pointless. It was a pointless scene, and I remember somebody saying that maybe they are alluding to Trina's new love interest. Okay, fine. But it felt more like a filler than anything else. Now, I'm pretty sure most of the Trina fans are going to be happy that at least that they showed Trina, even if it was a very filler and unnecessary part. And maybe on some level, that's how I feel with Sharon. You know, I'm not going to say it's the best, but it's um it's the best stuff that they've been doing with Sharon, and that's saying a lot. Shakira says, Philip and Philip, what's up with that? Plus her mom and her baby. Isn't Shakira, from what I understand, isn't Philip like Vivian's son in a sense? Like that, like they did this embryo transplant or whatever, but technically Vivian was the person that carried the child to term, from what I understand. That's what I got from the last time that they did that was but stole the baby from Kate. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because Kate is Mom Duke, so yeah, I guess Shakira in a sense that does make the fact that he does have two moms. Damn, this trip was like literally last year. Oh Lord. I can already see problems going on there. Alan says I agree that Sharon, Nick, and Adam has been giving crappy storylines for the last 2 years. Yeah, I mean, my whole thing is like, I get it. The thing is, Alan, when it comes to his stories, when it comes to his art, it's very subjective, right? Or as James says, 10 people can sit and see a show or a scene and have 10 different type of reactions. I guess me, I'm loving it because one, I do find it interesting, and two, they're giving her something. I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, all she's been was a coffee barista that sat there and gave out free advice. And I guess she was a Ray, and that meant something. Have a good night, Allison. It was really great to see you, and thank you for joining us tonight. It was been missed, so it's good to see you again. And Vivek was his kidnapper. Island says Y&R is a mess. Well, what was actually good? I'm assuming this before I started watching the show, maybe. I'm assuming it's before I started watching the show. Island says I love it when characters are connected through a good story. Island, you know what I used to sit there and love though? Like when they used to have like these really tragic or like events where all the characters had to sit there and work together. Like on GH, how they had the Metro Fire. On Days of Our Lives, they had the tornado, the hurricane, or whatever. On One Life to Live, they had the train scene. I like those stories. Where it involves damn near the whole cast. But unfortunately, Island, because budgets and everything like that, we don't get stuff like that. I don't know if you ever got that stuff on Bold and the Beautiful, but the first time I watched General Hospital, the first time I watched One Life to Live, they had a train scene where the train derailed and everyone was involved. And I don't have that stuff anymore. Yes, I missed that. The big, yeah, exactly. See, you know what I'm talking exactly. So, Eileen, you know, you know, you already said everything that I was thinking. Shakira says, I guess Chloe returning because her mom and baby sis there. Well, Philip and might bring teen son with Parker. Couldn't do any worse. Kyrie's Clark, the one and only. It's actually really funny. I was going to take comment throughout the night. We had the exact same thumbnail. We had the exact same thumbnail, Kyrie's. We had the same, we had the same theme, but it seemed like you kind of did a little more um, dancing on her grave. But I knew you were going to go hard, Kyrie, so I expect nothing less of you. Wank says I started watching Life Live in the middle when Todd was on trial for blank Marty's. Alan says Cheese did well with those big event stories. Remember when Island? That's my favorite story. That that's my favorite story. And when he first came to town, the Metro Court hostage. Island, I tell you this much, that was good storytelling. You had John McBain there. They all had to sit there and give up some money. They were all sick. It's weird because yeah, Island, that was 12 years ago. That was definitely showing my age. Chris says, I kept my word. I told you during collab that would be the title. Had the nerve to saying good things. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to sit there and watch that replay, Carries. Let me tell you something, Carries. Take a look at your analytics. Take a look at how many dislikes you'll get. Because I'm telling you right now, Carries, I got dislikes and I was actually being nice and fair. Nice to see me when I'm actually being, as Jess says, a villain. But yeah, Island 12 years ago, Shakira said Chanel's gonna more at Johnny when she finds out he was unfaithful to her. I miss reviewing Days of Our Lives. I do. Hell, I miss actually reviewing all four of them. Carrie says, I look fewer dislikes than I expected, but the night is still. You goddamn right, Kyrie's night is still young. You know what? That's the truest words I've seen so far. You goddamn right. And I mean, Kyrie's like I said, I'm very proud of myself. I had 50 dislikes on one video. It wasn't so popular related, but still. Duan says I dislike both of y'all videos. Oh, thank you, Duan. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that, Duan. I gotta find a way to sit there and outdo myself one day. I mean, 50 dislikes was great, but I'm gonna try to aim higher. Wang says Jerry and Helena was the best villains in G's ever do it. Island says why the dislikes. Island, there's something about vexing a bunch of people over an opinion that I just find laughable, Island. I did a Star Wars video. I wasn't kind. But the fact that people had took the time to watch it and said, I'm gonna hit a dislike button, and then they did it 50 something more times. I don't know, Island. There's something about getting under someone's skin unintentionally that I find very humorous. Kamala says, you know, my favorite is Susan Moore. Okay. Susan Moore. Oh, who's Susan Moore? Oh, yeah, Jason's. Shakira says, I mean, was she more angry when she found out about the affair? Well, actually, to tell you the truth, it didn't come out yet. Shakira, it didn't come out yet. Maybe it'll come out this week, but it didn't come out yet. Are you guys happy for long promo days? This Saturday. Island says, I'm not that invested in anything. Of course you're not, Island, because you are a normal human being. I'm talking about the other people now. Harry says I showed a picture of Kilimanjaro Playboy days actor and actress evolves over time. She'll be alright. You know, Kyrus, we actually had the same thumbnail. Had the same thumbnail. And I thought that was hilarious. Because you know, I did a review and I did comment. I want to sit there and see what the different reviewers are gonna be sitting there talking about tonight. And speaking of reviewers, Island says, right, it's like whatever to me. Well, yes, Island, because you are a normal human being. I'm not talking about people who are rational. It makes sense. Right? Let me tell you something right now. I'm watching this in real time. This is what I want to sit down and say. So Dion's Corner is doing a live stream reaction video about villains or whatever. But he's going to get bombarded tonight about the Kelly Monaco scene and everything like that. So I'm going to sit there and see exactly how many comments he get about that Kelly Monaco stuff. Alan said that's the Lulu thinking. Yes, Alan. If yeah, that's about right. I can say more, but yeah, I'm gonna be nice, Island. I might do a video later on and talk about um some of these crazy nut jobs that take this shit a little bit too seriously. But Kara says she's not about think being next year. She's not about think be next year. What? Hmm. Well, I think I'm gonna sit in the stream here. Gonna end the stream here. This is actually a lot of fun. Um, see, I was gonna sit there and say to Kristen, see, I told you I can hold my liquor. Okay? I can hold my liquor. But this was actually a lot of fun, though. I do want to thank everyone for joining tonight. Thank you for your patience. I know I didn't do a live stream yesterday, but I was a little tired, and I was like, we'll sit there and pick this up tomorrow. So yeah, have a good night, Island. Have a good night, Blackmon. Wayne Gray says you're still sober. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You have been missed. See? People were like, I love your joke, man. Thank you, Wayne, for noticing that. Harry says, almost grew a heart because someone I love is emotional about Sam's exit, but I had to keep my petty energy. I rewatched Sam and Julius. He pretty much got encouragement from what, and to be fair, yes, Sam did sit there and treat Julian like dog shit. So, I gotta sit there and see how you're gonna respond in the next couple of days, Kyrie's. This should be interesting. It's only day one, Kyrie's. Okay? It's only day one. I want to sit there and see you keep this heady energy moving forward. This is night one. It's night one, Kyrie's. You got you got a long time to go. You got a long time to go. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Thank you for joining. Have a good night, Shakira. Thank you for joining. Have a good night. Wink, wink. And another new person, Jersey. How can Sam die when she is a vampire? Oh, I could have used that comment earlier. Jarrett? I think that's how you pronounce your name. Carrie says I can still make another video if you want me to. I think you should, Carrie. I want to do one too. I want to do one too. I want to sit there and do my thoughts on Sam's character leaving, especially since I watched it since she showed. So I think it'd be interesting to sit there and see your reaction towards Sam leaving the show. But I want you, Kyrie, I want you to be honest though. I don't want you to sit there and just make a show to make a show. I want you to sit there and genuinely be honest about your feelings. I know you don't like the Sam character in a sense, and I get that and it's respected. But I want you to be real. I want you to be real on this one, Kyrie. We can be petty and sit there and make all the jokes we want, but I want you to be real, even if it's you generally don't like the character or whatever for the reasons why. You are pronouncing it right. Oh, thank God. Janice, I'm actually very bad at names, so and you are a new subscriber. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you for joining. We have a lot of fun in this chat. Seriously, Cherry Ice Cream. I thought I was gonna sit there. Cherry Ice Cream has been with me for a minute, so Cherry Ice Cream knows that I will mess up on people's names. So Harry says, I am generally honest. I really want Kelly Monica to be on days or nights. Okay. Well, if you make a video, I am definitely looking forward to seeing it. I really am. And very curious about your thoughts, my friend. Very curious about your thoughts. All right. Y'all have a great night. Stay safe. Um, tomorrow, and also, yes, Charlie, tomorrow we're going to sit there and do our Halloween theme best soap opera villains. I haven't actually really talked about that much. So tomorrow's going to be best soap opera Theme villains, I am going to be joined with Dolometics, hopefully the gorgeous queen Cat Lady, and maybe DC if he comes through. So it's going to be a very, very, very fun night. Make sure you tune in, and yes, it's going to be a fun night tomorrow. So have a good night, everyone. Have a good night, cherry ice cream. Um, see, see, cherry ice cream knows that I generally will just mess up on people's names, so I appreciate that. Yeah, so it's going to be a good night, cherry ice cream. We don't know if we're going to get Cat Lady or a bad kitty, but either way, it should be a hell of a lot of fun. All right, everyone, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next live stream. Laters.